Okay, welcome back. This is a very tiny addendum to the tutorial number 14, and this is about how to expand the possibility you have with the accept track command, which to me is very powerful. And this also replies to a question I got on the Loopers Delight group on Facebook, where somebody asked me, Ario, can you do serial looping on the LP2 over 4 tracks? And the reply is yes. Actually, you can already do that. You have this super clever command on LP2, which is, I reminded, it's the switch other track, which allows you to do this ping-pong serial track with loop 1 and loop 2. But of course, now being able to use all four loops and see what's happening on all 4 loops, you wanna do that, expand that technique also on all 4 tracks. So to do that, the easiest way is to use an external MIDI controller. And now it's so that on the MC3 I programmed this page to be like that. So first of all, on the center foot switch I have programmed a next rec function. What does it mean? I'm, for example, on track 1, I record it, I play that, and then I want to go to loop 2 and start record, I push that button so that I stop loop 1, track 1 for example, and I go to the next loop, so loop 2, and I start recording. And then I can repeat the process and go to loop 3 and loop 4. And if I do that on loop 4 going to loop 1, it means I will record a new track 1. So let's do an example. So this is my starting loop 1. Now I record at track 2. Okay, now I have 2 loops. Here now on A and B I have the other next command, which would be next track and previous track. Of course, I have a tiny MIDI controller, maybe a bigger one with more switches. You can do that for, instead of next and previous, you can really do that for track 1, track 2, track 3 and track 4. And to do that, the commands I have inside, it's like this. So, first I send the next message or previous. The system is the same on both. The next or previous message, so that I go to the next upcoming loop, but of course you can do that also with the commands to select track 1, track 2, track 3 and track 4. The system is the same. I say to him, select the next track or the previous, then play that, and to play that I actually do the trick using the play retriggered continuous, which is MIDI note 35, so the B2. After that I send an accept track command, so that I send a stop to all the other tracks which are playing at that moment, and then plus I do a tiny trick to reselect that track, so I send once again a previous next track, so like a ping pong quickly, so that this will take over the accept track command, because otherwise this will block you and you can apply anytime you try to do that on that very loop, it will be applied to the other loops. Okay, so now I have loop 2 stop, I do previous. Now playing loop 1, I do next. I go directly to loop 2. Now I do a next record. To go back to loop 1, what I do is first next, so I'm in loop 4, and then with next I can skip to loop 2. Same from loop 1, I want to go back to loop 3, I do next first here and then next on this one. But I mean, if you have a bigger controller, then you can really have these commands for each track, so that you can really do the sequential looping the way you want and have separated commands for each track. Okay, this was what I wanted to show you, and have fun with Looperlative and serial looping and accept track commands. Here we go.